1 week before WrestleMania. Monetize this, episode 500, April 12th, 2025. Witness history as the 500th episode destroys you. Thursday afternoons, everybody. The WWE put some legacy people in the Hall of Fame today. Whatever that is. All right, as we get ready for Monetize This, episode 500 of the show, Pretty pumped about that. Great to be going. We got everything resolved yesterday on the channel, and we'll get more and more resolved as we go along. But today, the WWE did something people have been looking for, but I'm very curious to see how this like legacy wing has come about. They're just like, well, here's a legacy wing, and so sort of out of nowhere, seemingly today, we've done the ramblings of this before, but now we know it's official that the WWE has added Dory Funk Jr., KAMALA, and Ivan Koloff, who I covered up with my face here, Ivan Koloff to this legacy wing of the Hall of Fame. So a lot of people have gotten kind of what they wanted with KAMALA getting in. I mean, I think obviously you could definitely make an argument that Dory Funk Jr. or Dory Funk Sr. rather, I say Jr. Dory Funk Sr. should have been in there before anybody. Probably be Dory Funk Sr. first. And to me, what this means, what the legacy thing seems to mean to me, is, hey, these are absolute stapled legends or memorable wrestling figures of the past that basically weren't going to be put in the Hall of Fame, but we feel like, you know, these guys are such staples in one way or another, you know, because, I mean, obviously Dory Funk Sr. is a professional wrestler that, as far as wrestling quality and who he was, far exceeds probably KAMALA, right? But KAMALA is a character that was experienced by maybe more people on a more mainstream stage, right? Like Dory Funk Sr., how many people did Dory Funk Sr. impact in his wrestling career? You know what I mean? Like maybe 1 million people or something. But how many people did KAMALA? See, I got programmed into saying Kamala Harris the right way or whatever, and now I'm calling KAMALA the wrong thing. But yeah, he probably, you know, he was probably in, you know, seen by 5 million people or more, 5 to 10 million people, KAMALA, right? So even though his, you know, wrestling stature and, you know, actual ability as a wrestler, you know, and his impact on, you know, trends in wrestling and independent wrestlers and the territories and, you know, on a wrestling family and stuff like that is on a smaller scale. But all of these guys have made some sort of impact throughout time and you know, you could really argue for them to be in there. So I really like it. This is just announced today, I believe. I could be living off the grid a little bit, and maybe people are like, no, Joe, we knew this was coming. You're an idiot. But I didn't see it coming until this morning, and they've announced it, so it's a big deal now. So that's something we can talk about for sure if you want to. That's fine. And then we got KAMALA wasn't already in. Yeah, I don't think KAMALA wasn't in already, was? I don't think so. I thought he was, but I always go back and forth now. Like, I would get confused about, like, is KAMALA in? Is the Big Boss Man in? Who's in the Hall of Fame? Because sometimes we talk about people for so long about them getting in that then I think they are in. Yeah, Dory Funk is an icon. I mean, Dory Funk, you could probably argue that, you know, it's not about putting people in their popularity, but being realistic about it. If you look at this list, you know, Dory Funk Sr. is probably number 1. You know, Ivan Koloff is probably number 2. And then, you know, KAMALA is probably number 3, you know, as far as the importance and legacy. But as far as eyes that saw these people, it's probably KAMALA first, you know, as far as views. But the Dells show said, this is clickbait. I thought it was Kamala Harris. Yeah, no. She's looking for... Kamala Harris is in the forest right now looking for food. I'm sorry. So there's not... Yeah, he's not... It's not Kamala Harris. She's looking for food somewhere in the Appalachian Mountains somewhere. So it's not her. Known as the Ugandan Giant, they printed this whole thing on all these guys. And that's really it. They really didn't go too far into anything else besides like just being like, here's the background of these wrestlers, and now they're in the legacy wing. But man, the impact that everybody had, you know, that Ivan Koloff's heel run at a time, you know, Ivan Koloff's matches. I mean, certainly Dory Funk Sr. I mean, bro, it's unbelievable. Plus, Kamala. I mean, it's just a great thing for all of them. Monetize this. We're only a few days away from episode 500, if you can believe it or not. 500 episodes of Monetize This. It's crazy, and it's happening this Saturday night. We're starting at a special start time of 9 p.m., a little bit earlier than usual, to get the things rolling. We want to start as early as possible for the people that can't be up too late, but, it's going to be... I don't know what it's going to be, to be honest. And that's the best part, is I never know week to week sometimes going into these shows what the hell exactly is going to happen. Wrestle Lulz, how you doing? Sport Mark, how you doing? The Villain's here. What up, Villain? Joe, whatever happened to Terry Funk that used to call your show? Oh, you're thinking of Larry Funk. Larry Funk died years ago. I mean, you must not have watched in a while. But, we did a whole memorial for Larry Funk. This was years ago. He died the first year of COVID. Larry Funk died in 2020, at the end of 2020. He called the show for the last time, SummerSlam 2020. And he actually told us about how he had come off a lot of the drugs for his liver transplant, and he was doing much better. But we were concerned for him, saying, make sure you stay away from everybody and you don't get COVID, because we were worried about him getting COVID. And but he was off, I think, 70% of the medications that a lot of these liver medicines, allegedly, you're like, a lot of people that have this done, like, they're on them for a while, I guess. And he was on them for a while, and he got to come off a lot of them. And then he was off them, but everything was good. He was feeling really good, because the past 2 years before that, he was not doing well. And he would call the show, and he wasn't like, damn, Joe, what's up, man? He was more like, oh, bastard, I feel. He was very low, and he didn't sound good. But he sounded great. If you go back and listen to SummerSlam 2020, the review he calls, but then his, I think it's his nephew, called us or tweeted at us to let us know. He was like, hey, I just wanted to let you guys know my, I don't know. I don't remember if his uncle, something like that, called and said, hey, I just want to let you guys know that Larry died, and we were like, oh my God. And the thing is, we would have this long-standing joke, because Larry Funk didn't call all the time. Larry Funk would call, like, rarely, like once in a while, like every 5 months or 3 months, or one time he didn't call for like 9 months. And the joke was kind of that, oh man, he might have died, and we don't know. We're never going to know. He died, and we don't know. And luckily, I guess luckily, because otherwise we'd still be sitting here going, I wonder whatever happened to him. He could have died. So, luckily, his family member reached out to us and told us. So that was really cool of them to reach out and tell us, because it would suck not knowing all this time, So yeah, he died a while ago. He died 5 years ago. Is Dork in jail? Yeah, that's the big question. That I was gonna actually do that theme today of a live stream, but tonight we will do that. We will have tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the show. I hope you guys are here for it tonight. Dork's decision. So the decision. It's like the LeBron James decision, except for it's way better. So tonight, it's going to be Dork's the decision. We're not going to know. We're going to try to reach out to MJ and everybody else to find out if Dork Knight made it. If he's okay, if he's going to jail. Man, I don't think Monetize This can take any more blows. We need to have Dork Knight on 500, because he's a new star on Monetize This. Let's be honest. We are very concerned about Dork Knight. In fact, I just texted him now, and I said, I hope everything's okay. We know that Dork Knight, yes, he has called one of his daughters a hottie, and he's called his other daughter an ugly whore. Essentially, and then he's called, he likes his son, though, so apparently he hates women. He said that he has all these kids 4 kids with white women, but he only dates black women now. And apparently that's because they're the only ones, as he says, that will abort. So that's what he says. So unbelievable there. But we got to have Dork around to see what happens. We'll find out. Rest in peace, Kevin Castle. I mean, there's just so many, so much bad news that it really kind of blows. The Kevin Castle thing, I tweeted about it the other day. Obviously, I was waiting to find out the legit thing, but this guy was so great to me. I love this guy. He's so genuine, fun guy, tough guy, but with an old school attitude, but with a, but also common sense. The guy's not from the time of I block you and goodbye, or like you're canceled or anything like that. He was from a time of, I accept your opinion even if I don't agree with it, and we'll move on. He wasn't about that stuff, and he was a good guy, and he reached out to me whenever something bad happened to me. He reached out to me. I don't even know why. And I listened to him and Don Tony for a long time, casually listening to them for a long time, not realizing that one day I'd be doing this, and not one day that I would be interacting with them. So it was awful. But anyway, this is a Q&A. This is a anything goes in the chat. We'll just talk about everything. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to try to answer everything I can. So I'm going to do that now. If you guys can and you want to, feel free to donate. You can super chat. You can become members, or you can use Streamlabs pinned to the top of the chat right now. As always, hey, we're back, baby. We're back and we're hard. Wanted to wait a couple more days before I went on here, but we're good to go. I fixed a lot of things, so that was really cool. Good to get in contact with people. WrestleL says, what are your thoughts on the match announcements for JCW and Lunacy tonight? I have no idea what those are. I don't know. Let me see here. I'll let you know when we get ICP back on this show. We got to get ICP back on this show to promote it. I don't know what's going on tonight. So I really don't know. Is that the show that's at the Apollo? Because I thought I heard that JCW was doing a Apollo show. Let me know if that's the case. That's all I heard about it. I heard something about JCW, the Apollo. I mean, and that was weeks ago, and I maybe heard that wrong. I don't know. So I know nothing. We don't really know how Kevin Castle died. I don't really understand how that happened. I mean, I know that he was sick with something that I don't know what it was, and he was potentially taking some sort of medication for it, and I don't know beyond that what happened, where things went wrong. Ricky Morton is taking on his son. That's crazy. I'm not going to comment on that, Dan21, because that will get you in trouble on YouTube. You can't say that. And until YouTube is purchased by like Donald Trump or somebody, you can't say that. So maybe call Elon. Maybe he'll buy Google, but then he'll just block his people he hates. What's up? Hi. Well, I know this.
The nurses did say that I can come in tonight.
Okay. Yeah, because they're probably, I'm live right now.
Yeah. I'm going to need antibiotics though, so.
Okay.
Yep.
Get everybody sick. It's okay.
I'm on antibiotics. They said it's okay.
Oh, Lunacy's normal. What? I don't know what that. Oh, you deleted it. Lunacy is going on the Psychopathic Records YouTube channel. Okay. Tell ICP to call me sometime. They can come on the show. We'll talk about it.
ICP?
Yeah, they're putting on a show tonight.
What?
You want to go to the show? My wife's going there actually too. She's going to ride a horse.
I'd rather put needles in my eye. ICP?
No, she's too busy. Well, never mind. Yeah, ICP. They're gonna have a horse take a dump on the stage.
You left my Diablo hat on the floor. You piece of shit.
I got to pick it up.
It's not even yours.
Remember, someone has to try to rule this earth. Oh, okay. Yeah, the medical, it's weird. I had to take a big... You know what's crazy is I didn't realize that I had a warning thing that I could have taken a test or reprogramming camp thing on. And if I had done that, I could have done that a year ago. I didn't see that. If I had done that, I would have gotten rid of the warning, and then I would have had no trouble this week at all because that would have been there as a protection. So I just took it now. It's like a re-education camp.
Are you joking?
No.
There's what?
They make you take like a 30-question quiz thing about how to speak properly about like news.
That gives you protection?
Well, it gives you like, so like if you get in trouble, like there's like a barrier, there's like a warning. So like say you do something wrong, then the warning triggers and the warning goes away in like 30, 90 days. But I had already had a warning from 3 years ago or 2 years ago. And so because of that, it skips right to the, you know. Leah is a juggalette. What's up, Beefy Luigi? I had an ex, not a girlfriend, but like a girl I was hanging out with for a while, and she was one of those people. And she had tattoos all over her, like next to her pussy, like and stuff, like it was crazy. Like she had like, dude, I'm telling you, I like this girl. I was already kind of concerned, right? I knew things about her, but I was sort of like in a haze. I was drunk and depressed and just like I don't give a shit about anything. This girl was over, and I'm telling you, bro, the more clothes I removed, the more brain cells I started to like lose. It was crazy. I was like, it's just weird. Like she had 8 tattoos, and 6 of them were ICP. One of them was twisted. And she had ICP right inside her crotch, and then something on her tits, in like cursive or something. I don't know, bro. I was like, basically I thought like this chick's kind of cool and stuff, but I also thought, well, we're never marrying this person. Like that's the first thing I thought was, well, this is never going to turn into anything because this is just like, I can't do this. Yeah, re-education on YouTube. That's what they do. Leah does not support Doge. Are you just saying troll things now, like to trigger Leah? I don't think anyone really understands Doge. They just understand what the media is telling them. Huh? She's really sick too. Remember, I had to go out last night and she was dying. Are you talking about the Ricky Morton of Rock and Roll Express? He's got to be. Who the fuck else is Ricky Morton? Okay. How did Kevin Castle die? We already went over that. I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not in his family. I just feel bad. He's a great guy. It just sucks. Let's go up further. Kurtman, how you doing? Yeah, we don't know if Dork Knight's in jail yet. We're going to find out today probably if Dork Knight's going to jail. If Dork Knight goes to jail, then he's not going to be on Monetize This. We're fucked. Unless Leo wants to take him as a friend and play WoW with him, and maybe we can lose another co-host. It was a Z-Pack, man. I have pictures of her, like, somewhere. I have pictures of her tattoos, too. I have pictures of her and her tattoos. Crazy. She was, like, kind of, like, nice looking, but, like, not. She looked kind of crazy, too. Like, I don't know. Like, I was telling Leah the other day, like, she got her hair cut. And I was like, I love the ponytail thing. This girl had the ponytail thing going on all the time. But yeah, she was like Timu Leah. What? I don't know if I have pictures of her. Maybe. I might have like 1 or 2 somewhere on a Facebook. Because that was back when I was partying every day and I was just like, I didn't give a shit about anything. I told this girl that, though. I said that to her. I said, hey, I don't care about anything or anybody, and my life is screwed up right now. So I just want to let you know that, don't be, don't be, basically I was trying to say, like, don't get attached to me because I don't care. You know, I don't care about anything. I'm not dating somebody right now. I hate, you know, I just lost a relationship with somebody and I thought I was going to be with them forever. And now I just can't, you know, whatever. So I don't know. So I left. I just told that girl this. I was basically just like giving her a reason to be like, hey, guess what? I'm going to like just call you whenever I want it. And that's about it. Like, it's cold as hell, like what I did. But I did it. I mean, I was like honest. It's like, here's the deal. But I can't find a picture of her. I think I deleted her off everything. Yeah, that's weird. And then the weird thing about her too is that she went and she now dates my wife's longest running boyfriend that she grew up with. So the guy that my wife grew up with kind of, and then also was dating for the longest time, that girl that used to date me before Leah now has been dating him for like 10 years, 12 years. Isn't that crazy? Oh no, Jennifer, what the fuck? Oh my God, Jennifer had been a member for 46 months in a row. Oh my God, it made you start over? Oh my God, yeah, if it doesn't auto-renew, then it makes you start over. Holy shit. Yeah, basically, I don't want to get into too much, but like, you guys watched me do monetize this for the last 6 months to a year, or whatever it's been. But, you know, starting last year, around October, when Jake ended up leaving, I told you and I told him, like, I've had this conversation with him. I don't know what else to say. You know, I missed a Wednesday night show because of my work schedules, because my life is fucked, and I had to work double. And Jake was not really happy. He was like, man, this sucks that you didn't tell me in time. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm working these random times, and if the show doesn't make money, I've got to hurry up and decide to just go work somewhere else. Like, I don't know what to do. And then I felt bad, and I said, well, I'll tell you what, let's just call off out of nowhere, because I can't guarantee I'm going to be here or not be here. And usually I probably will be here, but there might be some times where I'm not here, and I don't want to do that to you, because he was upset at me for that. And I said, dude, I don't want to keep you on the hook, you know? And so I said, but, you know, Saturday nights on Monetize This, you know I'm going to be live. You know I'm going to be here. That's not going anywhere for sure. So come on Saturday night and let's do that until I figure out my schedule and what happens. And then he didn't really respond to that. And then he never came on. He didn't come on. I invited him on every week. Every week I said to everybody, like, what the hell? You know, hopefully he's going to come on Monetize This. I don't know. And then Wednesday nights I would go live if I could randomly, like at different times, sometimes at 8:30, sometimes at 9, sometimes at 10, and whatever. You know, and he could have called in those shows too, but I mean, I understand like not having a definitive, you know, whatever. But yeah, he never came on the Monetize This. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We looked fucking 15 or 20 times we invited him on the show, but you know, he didn't want to come on. He didn't come on. He was invited every time. So yeah, that's all I can really tell you about that. I have no idea. Now he talks to people that are, you know, it is what it is, man. I don't know. You don't really, I don't know. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. That's all I can say is I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Nothing, you could never shock me. Like, you know what I mean? If my best friend, which I don't even really have any anymore, but if I had a best friend, if they turned around tomorrow and said they're going to kill me and they bought a weapon, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I'd just be like, yeah, that sounds about right. You know? You know? I think over time people get annoyed. I mean, who wants to be contributing to a show and then always have to be at the beck and call of the creator or of the person whose channel it is, right? At some point you want to kind of fly your own thing, you know? So I only ever had, my only issue with that is always how everybody handles that. Nobody ever handles it the right way. I don't understand that. Like, if I was doing something with somebody, I would just say, like, hey, you know what? I'm at the point where I don't really want to do all this anymore. I just want to have control of my time. So I'm going to do my own thing, and, you know, maybe I'll pop in from time to time, and that's it. And I just wanted to let you know that. And I'd be like, wow, okay, well, that sucks for me, but I understand what you're saying, and that makes sense. And that'd be it. But people are so weird and vague how they decide to, you know, shift away. You know, I directly told you I can't do something, so let's do this, and then I get vagities back. But then when the person has, like, you know, talking to people that hate me and even some really awful people, it's just not surprising. So it is what it is, man. That's all I can tell you about that. I have no idea. But, you know, it's got to be me, though. It's got to be me. Like, there's got to be something about me, bro, that's fucking terrible. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? I'm not surprised by anything. You could, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. If Luke Rojas tomorrow said he was going to stab me in the dick and hope my family die in a house fire, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, Luke? I get it. But Luke sent me a great message earlier, which I got to check it out. Luke, I'll find it, man. I see you sent it to me. Let's see. The Luke Rojas. Oh, I found a picture of that girl with the ICP. I found a picture. That's the girl with the ICP right there. So that's the chick with the ICP tats. Got them all over. She got the ICP tats. Do. She don't look like that now, I'll tell you that. And then she's got ICP tats. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, next to that are all my old pictures. Oh, yeah, I've shown this one before. Look at that pimple on my face right there. Don't you hate when you have a pimple like that right there? That red pimple. See that pimple on my face? That red pimple? Oh, God, that was irritating the hell out of me that night. Boy, do I look like a tool bag. I got a shoulder folded up on the T-shirt. You know? What is this? Adidas hat? I mean, you know, this is 2008, I think. Good Lord. Somebody goes, you tagged me in a photo. I don't see me. And I said, come tag me. And I wrote CUM. What is wrong with me? Bro, there is something wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I really am a mess. Get them likes up. Dick stabbings could never look so good. Wow. Well, I don't know about that, Mark. I mean, Mart. I think they're a big reason. I think finding good people that and people that have, and it's not even finding, like, some of these people have come to me and they've been good. You know what I mean? I remember when he first joined the show, bro. He wasn't very good the first 6 months. It was kind of like, wow, I don't know if this is gonna work. This guy's kind of whatever, antsy or whatever. But then he settled down and then he got really good. Really good. And then at points when I was bored of everything, like he's really good. Like I think everybody who's ever done anything has been really good for the most part, or had something to offer. Except for Dork. You know, Dork is Dork. Dork is Dork. Dork's got issues. But we think we might have Dork here. I mean, it depends. We're waiting today. We are waiting to find out the decision of Dork Knight. Is he going to jail? Today's the day. Is Dork Knight going to jail, or is Dork Knight going to be going to monetize this episode 500 this Saturday night? What's it going to be? I mean, this show's future is literally hanging in the balance of the Nevada court system. That's crazy. Oh, boy. Yeah, don't forget to re-up your membership or to auto-set it. I don't know if there's a way to auto-set your membership, but yeah, Jennifer Muppet Baby had been 46 months. That's awful that changed. Yeah, certainly if you the Streamlabs link is pinned to the top of the chat if you want to donate. You guys want to fund my life? Feel free to fund my life up there. We could use it. And I'm going in to monetize this with 366 points, I think it is. So that's good for me.
Come on out, you rapist!
Here's Jennifer. So this is technically her first month, but really it's her 47th month or something. So that sucks. That sucks so bad. How do they do that? I'm surprised they don't let you like continue, or they don't, I don't know, they don't warn you. Like, really, what, you miss it by a day and it resets everything? I mean, that's crazy. Is that really what happens? Dork does have issues, that's true.
Come on out, you rapist!
A. O'Donnell, his did not reset. 63 months. 63 months. Wow. Thank you, Dork. That is, O'Donnell, Jesus, I called you Dork. See, I got Dork on the mind. What is that? 3 years is 46, 48, 4, 5. That's almost, Jesus, bro. Over 5 years as a member is crazy. And there's a couple other people, I think, with that same amount or a little higher. ADTR says, what do you think of WWE 50 Greatest WrestleMania Matches list? I did not see it. I will check it out. Them tattoos gonna look horrible. Oh my God, says A. O'Donnell. Yeah, it might. My wife has one. She wanted to get some other tattoo and on maybe her back or something. I don't remember what it was. I think she wanted to get it here. This is the only photo I have of my wife's back. So yeah, she wants to get it she wanted to get it here, but I said that's a tramp stamp. So she's like, oh yeah. So she wants to get it up here near her shoulder blades, like near her shoulders or whatever. And I'm like, why would you want to do that? Like, no one's going to see that except for me. Like, what's the point when I'm plowing? What's the point? Rip this up and put them on the shoulder blades. I don't know. I could put it on. And this is tramp stamp area, for my wife. That's tramp stamp. And this is the back shoulder blades, I don't know. Where's her bat? I can't find her bat on here. Where's the thing of her bat? Because her bat's going to look different, right? Isn't her bat going to look kind of crazy? It looks fine right now. I think it's in a good spot, like where your skin is kind of tight and like near the collarbone. So I feel like she's going to be okay. But there are some tattoos in some different places where it's like, oh, that's going to look wild in a little while. In a few years later, that's going to look interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There was another spot she might get one too. I don't know. I'd have to ask her. Maybe on Monetize This 500, she'll tell us what the other one. Something on her neck or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have the money to do that. So you're not going to do it anyway. I'm like, if you had $300, you would kill somebody for $300 right now. But would you really get a $300 tattoo? And that's why she hasn't. That's why she doesn't have it. Because every time it's like, well, I need this money for other things. Why would you ever get it? So that's why she hasn't gotten it. You'll know that we're well off when my wife gets a $300 tattoo, because then you're like, oh, I can afford this now. Oh, wow. B was alive. I didn't know that. Well, speaking of monetize this, of course, one of the people that we started monetize this with, Tommy C. Tommy C, myself, and Troy. We all started, monetize this. This is us in Salem, Massachusetts. Already a year after monetize this had started. Look at this. 1 year after monetize this started, there we are. There's Brenna in her little carriage right there. And there's Troy. There's Tommy. Does Tommy still do that lol cow show with Keemstar? I don't even know. There's Leah right after giving birth. And there's me with sunglasses. And there's Gavin. So we're all hanging out. Gavin did enjoy hanging out with Troy that day. He's like, yo, let's talk about your phone here, brother, for a second, Troy. That was a good day, man. It was a fun day. Obviously things went south with that, but what a great time. Anyway, back to the chat. I'm sorry. We were trying to do some research on tattoos. No, that was Tommy C, not Tommy NC. I have 3 tattoos, and one of them is on my back between my shoulder blades. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, so my wife has one, and she wants probably another one. Let me go up and get everybody. He used your clout to move on douchebag optics. Yikes. He's get them likes up. Dick stabbings could be good. Yeah, I see that. All right, there's where we were. Damn, the arms look like she's white, Joe. Those tattoos will look horrible. Danny is funny. Is he talking about Danny the Dork Knight, or are you talking about Danny MT? I still have my JCS emojis for now. Damn, Joe, you're the only channel I had such a long membership with. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. I wish there was a way I could fix it for you. Like, it's so stupid that I can't, like, grant you it or fix it or adjust it. Like, that matters to people. Like, that's a big thing. Maybe I'll send you something else, Jennifer. I don't know. Maybe I can send you something up in Canada. You know, it'd be cool is to send you something like from the show or from my, like, because I have all these, I have all these old things like my broken mixer, my broken microphones, my broken headsets. I've got I pretty much have it all in a box over there where it's all broken. But I'm like, maybe I'll do something with these. I don't know. Send you a broken headset. You can have my head lice on it. I don't know. I think because I got a new phone, the payment went through. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I thought they fixed it for some reason. Are you inviting past co-hosts to monetize this 500? Kind of, but not really. Because, monetize this 300, I invited a lot of people. And all of those people basically were like, fuck yourself. So, monetize this 300, I invited everybody. In fact, I think I made a joke of it. I think I had said, I was on a tour, saying, everybody can come. It's all going to be crazy. And pretty much some people ended up, what they did was they just made videos about how I'm desperate scumbag. And then other people literally made videos where they just bashed me, So, I mean, they really bashed me. There was people that went live and were talking shit, and people were telling me because they were like, hey, you know how you were going to invite everybody? I was like, check this. Well, look what this guy's doing. And I'd be like, oh. So it was just basically people were like, well, I'm going to use the opportunity to bash him instead. So if you don't see people on the show, it's either because they don't want to be or because they shit on, they just destroyed it. They were like, no. You know what I mean? So, because, what happens is, you invite people to come on and then they don't. And then not only do they not come on, but then they actually shit on you and really fucking shit on you to people and bash you everywhere. And you're like, Jesus Christ, like what the hell? And then you know, they fail at everything. And then years later, they're like, oh, come on now. Oh, fuck yourself, you know? So, I don't think so, bro. I've invited, you know, and JB is definitely a no. He's probably going to play World of Warcraft or Ghost Hunt Fuck with Leah, but he won't be here. I've always asked about JB. He don't give a shit. And I'm pretty sure he hates you. So, absolutely no. But I've tried. To JB's credit, though, he doesn't go and bash me when I ask him to come on. He just says nothing and then plays video games with Leah for 2 hours. So I'm all set with that. Nobody wants to see people that never wanted to be here and that wanted to, you know, kind of destroy people. So, I mean, who the fuck wants that? You know? Give me your mailing address and I'll be cheered up. What the hell does that mean? That sounds like you're going to come kill me. Like, Jennifer, that sounds like you're going to come murder me or something. Like, give me your mailing address and I'll be happy. That sounds wild. But I'm down, you know? Man, imagine that. Oh, man. Jennifer shows up for the three-way. Leah, guess what? We don't need toxic Tylers. Yeah, if you know where Bullfrog is, reach out to Bullfrog. I'm sure we'd love to have him on one time only for Monetize This. Come out off your... I'm going to write Bullfrog, come out off your lily pad for one episode. We got to bring him back, baby. No, Joe, I have super cool shit to send you. Oh, really? Okay. I'm just kidding anyway. No, yeah, I'll send you a Discord message. Because I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I just have my mailing address, but... So I'll send it to you. But yeah, I'll message you on Discord. Somebody else needed it too. Oh, it was Colonel Stutters or somebody, right? Who the fuck was it? Somebody had something to give me. I don't remember who it was. You know what I mean? Yeah. Beefy Luigi. What's up, Beefy? Let's get beefy up in here. Yeah, nobody gives a crap, really, I guess. That's true. It's the only people that ask that are always people that have a new name that I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? You know, people can't commit their lives to co-hosting with me on my show. You know, it's a revolving door of everybody. You know what I mean? It's always a revolving door. It's like Doctor Who. You know, co-hosts on my show are like Doctor Who. I never go anywhere. I never regenerate. You know, I don't regenerate. I always stay here. I'm Joe Cronin. I'm always here. But my co-hosts always regenerate. Or like, these are my companions. Like, I'm Doctor Who, but I don't regenerate, but I do get new companions. That's what happens. And it always works out, right? Everybody you could name since the beginning to now, to the current people, right? The current people of, like, you know, Luke Rojas, Dork Knight, you know, and then Jay Menace and people like that. And even, you know, Always Nerdy came on for a couple of years. He's kind of here or there now. But, like, just everybody that rolls their way in. It always, you know, these are people that are pretty good usually. Yeah, 3 tattoos is not bad, though. Like, that's not 9 or 10 or 11, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that looks hot, you know? You know what I mean? Like, you're looking pretty hot, bro. You got 900 tattoos? I don't know. And some people will be like, no, that's gross. You know, some people are like, no, like 50 tattoos is nasty or whatever. Well, I don't think so. I think it can be hot. I think, yeah, you could look like, okay, you're probably not what type of person I want to marry, maybe, but, like, that could be hot. I could definitely see that. I thank you for the question. What's up, Beefy Luigi? Sammy Bear King is here too, man. Shout out to Sammy Bear King, another OG. Bullfrog got poked from the doctor. I mean, who hasn't? Let me tell you something. And you know, if you donate, that's why I say if you ever do anything on the show, or you want to do a lot of things on the show, or you want to donate on the show and stuff, and you're worried about anything, you just got to create a new name. You got to be like Watermelon Man or something. You don't want to be, you know, Charles Smith, you know? Because if you donate every day and your name is Charles Smith, and then they go look at your page and then they find out where, you know, all these things. So just if you want to donate and you really want to have a fun time and donate on the show, just make sure you create, like, you don't have any links to your personal stuff and your, you know, private stuff, and that you don't use your real name. That's all. It's fine. As long as your name isn't like Thomas T. Smith, you know, like that's, you know, you want to change it to like, you know, Tree Fucker or something like that. You know what I mean? Or Mr. Tree. You know, that way you don't get, you know, anything, you don't have to worry about anything. That's all there is to it. Look at Tozawa. Man, I look like a Muppet right there. Going into a teaching career. Yeah. It's okay. You can show the kids, you know, they won't mind. You know what she showed us today? You get a big tattoo. You know? You imagine that you got another tattoo that says "other hole fool" and then an arrow pointing down below your belly button. You know what our teacher showed us today? She has a tattoo. It says "other hole." Oh my God. And that's not crazy, because that's happened. Stuff like that has happened. And teachers have been fired. You could teach me any day. Let me tell you that. Trump's going after China. Crazy. We got the tariffs to work out. Kind of. I mean, the point of the whole tariff thing is to be like, all right, I want 100% of your business. And you're like, that's crazy. And then even if the business gives you, like, say the business ends up saying, well, we're not going to give you 100, we'll give you 50. And you're like, well, I want 65. No, we'll give you 50. I want 75. No, we'll give you 40. No, I'll take 55. Oh, 50. 50-50. Well, if you wanted 100% and they end up giving you anything because you had zero before, it's a win, right? Start very high. And even if you got 10% of the business, you still got 10% of the business before you had zero. I mean, that's what Trump is doing, I think. But who knows what the hell is going on? You know, we don't really... Shit, I don't know shit anymore. My 5th grade teacher played her husband's porn by accident. Oh my God, bro. Imagine that the teacher has like Fern Gully on VHS recorded. And like every year she plays Fern Gully for the kids. And it's like a thing. Okay, we're going to show you about the environment and all that stuff. Everybody sit down. It's movie week. We're going to watch Fern Gully. And she puts it on. But little does she know, he was at home, like, and he was like, oh my God, I ordered this thing on pay-per-view or whatever, and I got to record it. It's like Throat Snappers 7 or whatever. And so he just picks up any VA, like these, like, Fern Gully, fuck this, throws it in and records. And then he realizes, oh wait, oh my God, no, I don't know, I don't know, and then he turns it off. Well, no, he probably recorded the whole thing. And then he puts it back and he's like, I'll watch that later. That was good. It was $30. $30. I'm putting that on VHS. Then she gets into school. She's like, all right, guys, Fern Gully. And she turns it on. It starts and the credits are rolling. And then all of a sudden, bro, that would be so embarrassing. It'd be so bad and embarrassing. I would feel so bad. And as a kid in school, I would never tell that. I would not tell another teacher. I would not tell my parents. Like, I don't even know what you do. I feel like nowadays what would happen is the teacher would end up sending out a letter or an email to everybody's parents saying, like, today in class we were going to be watching Fern Gully, and somebody in my household, unbeknownst to me, had recorded something inappropriate on that tape. Not knowing this, as I do every year, I played Fern Gully. And during the beginning, that inappropriate material played for about 15 seconds before I was able to rush up from my desk and turn it off and apologize to the class. I mean, I'm so sorry for this, and if anybody has any questions, I don't know. I feel like that's the sort of thing, the email that would go out at this point. But I mean, as kids in the class, at least for me, I know we would all look at each other and be like, yeah, we won't tell anybody. Especially if you like the teacher. Haystacks Monet, thank you for the membership, man. What's up? Haystacks Monet. Thank you for the gifted membership that somebody's going to get. Looks like Chris got it in the chat. Baby Haystacks is here. As we get ready for Monetize This 500 this Saturday night at 9 p.m. Special start time of 9 p.m. Make sure you guys are here at 9 o'clock. Or 9:30. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, normally it's 9:30, and sometimes we run late. It starts at 10:30. So maybe we'll go 9:30. But we're going to try for 9 o'clock. Trying for a 9 o'clock start. Mrs. Aleckwager. What? A German lady? Yeah, she had that German Scheiser stuff on or whatever you Unter der Glischmeneinmen, unter Werder Max Krakenstein. I think that's 8 o'clock Central Time, Haystacks, yeah. Is that too early, you think? Or what do we think? I don't know. But yeah, we would sort of try to protect the teacher. I mean, I wouldn't really tell anybody. I mean, I could tell my mom, because my mom's not the type of person that's going to be like, I'm going to report that to the school. If I told my mom that and said, yeah, she put in the video and this is what happened, it was a mistake and she was freaked out. It was awful. And my mom would have been like, oh my God, like, or that's what the heck? And my mom would have said, well, that's not okay. But my mom's not the type that would have been like, well, I'm calling the school. So, I could tell my mom about that and nothing would happen. So that'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, get the tables. He left a while ago, bro. He left to hang out with people that literally, Yeah, when you hang out with people that actually threaten me and dox me live on the air and you don't care about that, you're kind of off the table. That ship has sailed. Sorry, brother. That one for sure is out the window. You get $1,000 together. I'll ask them. We were fifth graders. We told everyone. Oh, man. I was thinking more of my 7th or 8th grade class. High school, for sure, nothing would have been done. High school, nobody would have given a shit. If that happened in high school, like, oh, Steiser on Steiser. Like, we would have just been like, ha, ha, that's awesome. And that's it. Can we go back to watching that? Like, that's all. Nobody would have cared. You know what I mean? We see weirder stuff in health class. But, like, even in 7th and 8th grade, we would have been like, all right, that's crazy. We would have been like, oh, my God, that's crazy. But nobody would have. I don't know. But there are some people that, I don't know. I mean, it's a mistake. It's sort of an unforeseen mistake. I mean, what are you going to do? You got a VHS tape of Fern Gully. You play it every year for the kids. And then one year you play it and something else is on it and you didn't know that. And it started normal. I mean, what are you going to do? Watch the whole thing once over yourself before you show it every year? Like every year you got to put it on to make sure someone didn't record over it or something when you have no reason to believe anybody would do that, you know? There's just no way. There's almost no way to really to avoid that. I mean, it's the husband's fault for recording that, you know, without, you know, is this your tape? And whatever, you know, it's the husband's fault. It's no one else's fault, really, you know, and the teacher tried to turn it off as quick as they could. I mean, there's really nothing you can do. I assume nothing happened to the teacher because, like, they didn't really do anything, you know. I mean, but in the end, they're, you know, the kids had to see that, and the parents probably aren't happy, but, you know, it's just a bad mistake. The kids probably seen that before or worse. So, you know, I'm looking forward to monetize this 501 to see how the new champion conducts business. That's a great point. Listen, if I'm the champion, you know how I'm going to conduct business. I'm going to be cutting promos on wrestlers with the belt. I'm going to make fun of Tony Khan, and I'm going to say that, look, you'll actually see my championship as opposed to John Moxley, who never has the championship. It's hidden in a briefcase somewhere. You got the challenger complaining about DEI rights and black issues. You got the champion who hides the belt in a fucking briefcase. I mean, and you're backstage doing heroin. So, you know, what a mess. What a mess. I think if Leah were to win the Monetize This championship again, I mean, that could be interesting. We could get AI Leah, like in a bathtub with the belt. I don't know. Who knows what could happen? Oh, my God, the Dork Knight's in the chat. Dork, have you been sentenced yet? We're waiting on Dork Knight, the decision. Dork. Oh, my God, he might not have gone to the courts yet. I don't know. But we are waiting on the decision tonight. It's the Dork Knight decision. The decision. Ladies and gentlemen, is he going to jail or not? We need to know, because Dork Knight could be behind bars. I mean, he may not have gone yet. That's the crazy thing. We don't know the answer yet. Will he be behind bars for Monetize This? I don't know. A political debate with me and my wife? I don't think you want that. That would turn into a fight because it's a lose-lose situation. You know what I mean? That's a lose-lose situation you don't want to deal with.
You know why I call my kids fuck trophies, right?
Wow.
You know why I call my kids fuck trophies, right? Gay porn.
Ugh. And it brings an uneasiness to my stomach. What are your charges, Dork? Yeah, that's a great point. We really don't know but will he really tell us? You know, will Dork Knight really tell us what the charges are? Is he in jail or not? We need to find out. And we may find out. Is Dork Knight going to prison? Will he be available for Monetize This? We don't know. We need the Back to the Future thing to happen where the jail cell disappears. Where's the live feed from Dork's courtroom? I know. Can you imagine if we had a live camera at Dork's trial, or even just a recording, like an audio record? Like if I was them, I would bring your audio recorder device to the courtroom and record it. Because that would be handy as hell to have. We could play it on the show to hear what the judge says. That might be some kind of violation. I don't know of whatever, but it would be it'd be interesting if we had it. The decision, and it happens today. Will Dork Knight go to prison or not? You know what's weird, though? He came in, he said Mox is the worst, and then he just left. So maybe he's in court now on his phone. He's bored, and he's just typing in things. We don't know. This is like waiting for Groundhog's Day. What's going to happen? We don't know. Did the groundhog see its shadow yet? You know, that's exactly what this is like. We don't know. We don't know. Is Dork Knight going to jail? I did message him, though, and I said, let me know what happens, brother. We're waiting to see. What is this? Oh, Jimmy Uso or Jay Uso showed up at Pat McAfee's. What did Pat McAfee do? He did he hosted some show or something, and everyone's like talking about it. And yeah, he showed up at the event here. Let me see if I can get it for you. Okay. Yeah, he showed up at this. Here it is. I mean, he made a full-on wrestling entrance here. Yeah, this is at the Pat McAfee thing. I mean, I think a lot of people don't know what this is, but some people clearly did. What was this thing that it was like Pat McAfee's big night or something? What was going on here? I've heard about it, but I haven't really paid much attention to it. So, but it looked like it was bigger than AEW by a lot.
Sesh all over PPG.
What is this? I mean, everyone's everyone is yeeting for him when he came out. I mean, it's not quite the WWE yeet, but it's pretty close. You know, it's pretty good. I don't know what was going on in this event. Did anybody like it? Did Pat McAfee put on this good show? I don't even know what it is. I didn't know it was happening. I just kept seeing the stage and thinking well, there's a lot more people there than at AEW. That's interesting. And that was about it. You watched the Pat McAfee special rather than AEW? Wow. Well, Dork Knight came in here and said some things and then left, and so he never gave us an answer. So, guys, you're going to have to wait till tonight to find out tonight on the show. Is Dork Knight in jail? Is Dork Knight in jail? And remember, everybody that says they like you goes away in the end. It's like the 9 Inch Nails Hurt song. Everyone you loved goes away in the end. Dork Knight could be going to prison. Unbelievable. There's kind of a lot of things that I didn't get to that I wanted to get to tonight, or in the day here, that I'll get to maybe tonight. And so Michael Cole was hammered on whiskey, apparently, at the Pat McAfee's show. So we got some of that. Got some other things, WrestleMania news, comments. So there's some other things to talk about, and I think we'll save them for tonight. So we'll be back with that tonight, and we'll get to that. We'll find out if we can, from the Dork Knight, is he going to be able to come to monetize this, or is he going? We don't know, and we won't know, but we could find out whether he's going to go to jail or not tonight. Hopefully, hopefully he's not going to jail. That would be bad. We'll catch you guys later.